It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Washington Commanders and the Seattle Seahawks. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the Seattle Seahawks. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go from Seattle. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Right out of the gates, here's Smith. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
To throw again on second down. Smith, open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Man open downfield. It's Metcalf. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. Steps away. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Smith.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field.
And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table. Add some consistency, and maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
Now 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders.
At their own 27.
On 1st down, Howell.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Howell.
And this is going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line.
Cameron Curl with the tackle that time.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Geno. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. 1st down. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the 1st down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Smith.
He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw, Smith.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Geno. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
The Commander's going to retake the field for drive number 2.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now a first carry here for Robinson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, second down. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
Yeah, not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
Here's Howell. Throw right side complete to Dotson.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Robinson will try to pick it up.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From just shy of midfield.
Howell. This one left side caught by Gibson.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. To throw on 2nd and 10.
Howell.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd.
This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the draw, it's Gibson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2.
Now they go play action with Howell.
They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And the Commanders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a first and goal.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal.
Trying to power it in with Arma.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Howell out of the shotgun. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Seahawks take back over.
They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing on 2nd and 3, Smith. Trying to improvise.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Let's do this, man.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally, I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. This is taken at the 23. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9,
Powell
being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he finds McLaurin.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Gibson again.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st down, Howell to throw.
Thomas brings it in. Touchdown.
Logan Thomas.
39 yards.
And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Slide for the PAT.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was capped off by the Logan Thomas touchdown catch. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Geno now to throw. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And it is now 21-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And out now come the Seahawks.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Smith. Escaping the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 39.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now Geno on 1st down.
That completes it again to Metcalf. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again is Smith.
Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Here's Smith. And his throw is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Smith now to throw. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the 1st down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. Myers' kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Now maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to quote-unquote hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Commanders back out late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. On first down, Howell. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Second down, Howell now.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Throwing now is Geno. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. To throw is Smith. This complete to Lockett.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. To the air again, Smith. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only have the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And he makes the score 21-10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from that first half for Washington. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter.
He's supposed to catch that, maybe. That's how we eat. Come on, baby.
Now first and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders.
At their own 22.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Hal.
This to McLaurin out on the left side.
Finding room at midfield.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Hal throwing on first down here. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Faking the handoff. Howell.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Give him 32 on the play.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
From back at the 8 now after the false start, another try at 1st and goal.
Now Howell.
And it's caught.
Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. Smith on 1st down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Trying to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Smith. This is the tight end fan. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
On 2nd and 9, Smith dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Smith. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. From the red zone now, Smith. It's caught. Lockett. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Geno now to throw. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks get a bit closer. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Sam Howell and the rest of this offense running back out.
He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Oh, snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Feels like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
5, here's 2nd and 5. On the run, it's Robinson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, Howell to throw. Buying time to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. 2nd down throw for Howell. And this one is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Completes it to Samuel. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
They'll go play action. Howell.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the 1st down.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Throwing here, Howell.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain an 11-point spread.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Off of play action, here's Smith sliding out of the pocket. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You know maybe what you need it or not. I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Now Smith.
Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. It's Smith.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
That 3rd down conversion good for 23. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
On 1st and 10, Smith. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Now 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders.
At their own 22.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. That guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage. They almost feel like he's one of them, erase him.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Robinson up the middle.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now they go play action with Howell. Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. 3rd and 2, here's Howell. Open man, that's Milne.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
They'll run with Gibson.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Gibson again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2.
And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Alex Arma taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders will add to their 4th quarter lead. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Sly on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Now Geno on 1st down.
He'll find Metcalf.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith looking for Lockett, and he's got him working his way free across the middle.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On 1st down, Smith. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 41. Smith now to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Flushed out right. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Make plays, y'all. Make plays. Go get him now. Let's go now. Let's go.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. Following the fumble recovery, Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36.
On first down, Howell.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
56 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. Able to...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Curtis Samuel. A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them. But we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Slide for the PAT.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive spanned 5 plays and a 9-yard run on the end of it.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. There's Tyler Lockett and the rest of his Seattle teammates coming out for the next possession. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
From the 45 on second down, Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Flush to his right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
From the 45 on second down, Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now Geno. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. He's got his tight end Fant. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Let's rock and roll. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Smith throwing again. And Walker has it.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett. A 15-yard touchdown ground.
And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by the Commanders, and they are going to win this football game.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
On the give, here's Robinson.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Don't wait on nobody else to make it. You make the play. It's showtime, baby. Y'all got time. Let's go. Come on with it, man. Come on, baby.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.